low-income communities, folks with disabilities, seniors, youth. Recently, we were able to win a family-friendly stroller policy on AC Transit so that families with their kids can get on the bus and get where they need to go. You may have seen us at MTC as we've been advocating for more funding for transit operations for all the different transit agencies. And one of the things that we've found is that transit riders and transit operators and transit workers, we're all in this together. A lot of times we get on the bus and the first person we see is the bus driver. We get on the BART and the first person we see is the station agent. The people who are keeping our trains and buses clean, who fix them, maintain them, fix the escalators and the elevators, and make it so that we can get to work, to the doctor, to school, everywhere we need to go are the workers. And so, we have stood with members of ATU 192 and 1555, with members of SEIU 10-1, as together we fought for the same issues, especially around transit funding. And we're here today to stand again in solidarity with the workers of ATU 1555 and SEIU 10-1, because we believe that they need to have their rights on the job, and we encourage you to negotiate in good faith with them, because they're the people who help to get us where we need to go. Thank you. Thank you.
Board of Directors, thank you for having this hearing. My name is Tim Paulson. I'm the Executive Director of the San Francisco Labor Council. I'm also here with my colleague from Alameda, Josie Camacho. We represent over 150 different unions throughout the area, and both in the public and private sector, and in particular the unions that make this wonderful system run. I want to thank you for the great job that you've done over the years. It really is a gem. It's a treasure of our transit system, and the workers that are there, I want to thank them for the work that they do. And I've been involved in the last 2 cycles during these contract negotiations, and I've spent some sleepless nights, and I'm really encouraging you to get something put down, get a date. The contract with the SEIU, I believe, expires sometime in June, and it does disturb me that we don't have any dates set right now. I'm here on behalf of the riders and the workers that actually use BART, that was said so illustriously with one of the previous speakers, and I'm really encouraging you to set up the negotiations now. These things can get contentious, and now that we're getting into better times, and it looks like the budgets are working out better, I think it really is important that you sit down with the workers as early as possible. I've been in negotiations, many types of negotiations, and it's really important to start the dialogue going right now. These are good times, and I'm really hoping that the dignity and respect that the workers get, and the amount of dialogue that you have with your workers is incredibly important, and we should really get this going right now, and we're going to offer our help if needed also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Board of Directors, and good morning, brothers and sisters from labor and the community that's present. My name is Josie Camacho, and I'm the Secretary-Treasurer of the Alameda Labor Council. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm here, urging that you as policymakers must direct staff to bargain in good faith. So I was born and raised here in Oakland, 9 brothers and sisters, member formerly of SEIU 790, and I was on the bargaining team, raising 2 kids, and I fortunately, had another breadwinner in the house, my husband. So when I go and bargain, we would actually bargain sometimes 3 in the morning. My husband would go, when are you going to be home for dinner? And I said, honey, I don't cook dinner. So, but what I want to say is that these hard-working men and women that are here have families. They have people they need to take care of. And like a lot of us probably have elderly or a member, friend, an acquaintance that is very ill right now. But they come in every single day to work to make sure that this great system we're really very proud of. The BART system is a unique, streamlined system. However, in order for it to continue moving forward as a system and a transportation means for many of our workers and our family and our members, The workers should really be given due just. And what I mean by that is respect and dignity on the job means that why can't we bargain this contract right now? And so I am urging you to please direct staff that is within your purview and your power of authority to make sure that the bargaining begins now, because there's a lot of back and forth on economic issues, on non-economic issues that have to be addressed, and you need time to do that. I would also say, I have another little story. My sister, when I find out about Bart, it's when I see her at dinner. She doesn't drive because she depends on the public transportation. She uses it every day to leave Oakland and go to San Francisco. And with the hundreds of thousands that do the same thing, she is really glad that the workers for the public transportation system do have decent wages and benefits. But our public sector workers have really worked really long and hard without any viable wages, that have gone up. And I think that it's something that needs to be addressed at this time. And in conclusion, I would like to ask all of those brothers and sisters impacted by this contract to please stand and to please look at them and see that they are here, they are human beings, they are mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, family that they need to take care of. So we need to ask you to please take care of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, thank you very much and good morning. The reason I'm up here is to request, and please indulge, and please, I would like to request more money to clean the stations and to please, for the train operators, to have a clean train, because I'm a system service worker. I'm at the front. I know exactly how the stations are. We have a lot of problems with the pigeons, and if we have to every single day clean up after the pigeons, at least someplace else that it cannot be maintained. And also we have a lot of problems, people eating on the train and on the stations, and the urination and everything else that goes along with it. So if you want us to maintain the stations, we want more money so they can be maintained. And I would like for it very much. When you're on the train and something spills, let me tell you, it goes back and forth, because that is the nature of it, because of the new flooring that they have. And also, I would like for more new car seats. My God, they're nicer than the old ones. So please be so kind. Please allocate more money, please. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Yuri Holly, ATU, Station Agent Rep, 1555. Just wanted to make a few comments. I was listening this morning about you guys' discussion about the budget, and there were some phrases that Mr. Keller used that I've heard numerous times with frontline employees in speaking about how much money we take to the airport with the ridership and things like that, and they want us to give them money to pay. We don't have the money in the budget. Okay, and then you said, but you hope that they do the right thing. And you constantly, you hope that they will do the right thing and give you the money for the airport expansion and things like that, okay, well, yeah, they'll do the right things. So those were the words that you used this morning, that you hope that the right things will be done, but you never get a response. You don't get a response from the airport people about the parking and things like that. And we bring millions and millions of people there, and they expect us to give them money to pay them after we bring all those people to the airport. Well, frontline employees bring millions and millions of people too throughout the years to the airport and various different places. And in speaking about this budget, as other speakers had mentioned, there was no mention of frontline employees or room for us in the budget for a raise for the fiscal year of 2014. We haven't had a raise in many, many years. It's time that you do make room for us in the budget, because without us, there is no BART. BART doesn't work. Without us, there's no need for you to sit there and make decisions. Okay, there is no budget because nothing gets done. So please make room for us in the budget and not refer to us as issues. You've made room for everything else, allocations, this and that. In the last board meeting that I was in, someone stated, one of the directors stated, how can we keep operating with the budget of 2005, 2009? How can the front line workers keep coming to work and deliver the type of service that Bart has become known for throughout the world when we're not a factor in the budget? We need to be budgeted in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Directors, President Radulovich. I am Antoinette Bryant. I'm the President of Business Agent of ATU, Local 1555. I'm a little gimpy this morning, so it's taking me a minute to get up here. I have a couple of things that I would like to address. Last time that we were here, over 50 of my members were in attendance at the meeting and spoke on various issues of safety and concern directing to frontline employees. We also addressed some issues concerning the commitment that staff and the board yourselves have made to the employees as opposed to capital commitments. Since that time, I want to make you all aware that from that Thursday meeting, which I believe was March 28th, up and through April the 4th, we had a station agent, at least one, that was either verbally or physically assaulted or threatened. On that Sunday, there were actually four. This is something that has got to be addressed. Our members continue to come and speak. If you remember the last meeting, several of our members came up and spoke explicitly about their issues, train operators and agents alike. And it's wonderful for you to sit here and hear what we have to say, but to hear nothing back in response. I understand the Brown Act and it can't be addressed here, but we would like to hear something in between the two meetings that you're acknowledging, not just sitting here listening, but you're actually taking an involvement. Our members are having issues every single day. Train operators, station agents, as I think someone alluded to earlier, we are the eyes and ears of Bart. We are the first faces that people see. And to the extent that people are having life issues, if you will, and think that we are also now the first target that they can attack, it's unacceptable. And we need some response from the board, from the district, that they are taking these matters seriously. Continuing to write unusual occurrence reports, going through EAP, having people out on trauma because of situations that are occurring is not enough. We need action from the board. We need action from the district, other than just sitting here every 2 weeks, because our members are going to continue to come. And they're going to continue to come because they want the situation addressed. And as the president of the local and a station agent, I want the issue addressed. And I want someone to get back to me and tell me something that's being done, something that is proposed to be done, or that you're hearing us, not just sitting here. It's insulting and it's offensive. And I'm not saying that is the intent, but that is clearly the perception that there is no information coming back from the board. I have spoken to several members on the board, so I know the comments that have been made to me, but there needs to be something done so the members that are represented by ATU, all 920 plus, know that something is being done. That's on that issue. With regard to the budget, there is the dates are gone. I think it's May 23rd. It's going to be the evening meeting. I looked at some things cursory through it because that booklet was pretty extensive, and I saw some things in there that are expected to be maintained, however, are stricken out of our contract. So I thought that was interesting. We have